This is going to be a long format video with minimal editing. It's going to look sort of like a live stream, but it's not. It's pre-recorded, and so I'm just gonna hang out and I'm just gonna vlog the things that I do. I'm not gonna edit out a whole lot of stuff, and so yeah, just come with me and I'll show you around the shed, give you some updates, and just talk. There was people walking by, so I wanted to turn off the light because I have that hanging up there, you know. So like turning it on so like you can see a piece of meat just hanging in the shed like that. But I think that I'm good now. Let's see. Yeah, so the previous video, it was a vertical format video, and I ended up wrapping up the meat here. This is my lamb leg, and it's going to be hanging out in here for a couple of months or so. I'm going to spend some time cleaning up the shed a little bit more too. I'm going to get rid of a few things. I'm going to get rid of this here. Like this. This is just a bunch of deer fat. And I want to render it down and stuff, but it's fine. It doesn't, let's see here. It kind of does smell some of the stuff underneath. But this stuff right here is dry, and so this stuff I can use because it's not like gross or anything. The other stuff is kind of gross, so I might just toss all of that. But yeah, because this kind of smells, and I don't want the smell to like get into the meat here, because it's going to impart it's going to impart this smell into the meat if I keep it here. The quail, I'm going to get rid of them soon too. But you can kind of see some webs and stuff like that. That's why I have it wrapped like this. But for the most part, the shed is relatively clean. There's no mice poop around anymore because there isn't a mice problem anymore, fortunately. But I got a lot of stuff that I need to do. So like I got my ammo boxes here. I got a few other random stuff here. Yep. I'm just gonna go back a little bit because Raven wants to play. Left. No, left. Good girl. Stay. So what? Okay. But yeah, so pretty much I'm just gonna clean up the shed and I'm just trying my hardest, trying my best to just at least come out here once a day to do something, because it's been a huge challenge to like just get stuff done during the day. I don't even know what is going on, but my sleep schedule is just messed up completely, and like I can't sleep at night. I've been taking melatonin and stuff like that, and I don't know, I just been having a hard time sleeping, and then I'd wake up late, and then I would eat, I would bring Raven out for a walk, I do my usual morning stuff, and then come like afternoon or something like that, like noon to afternoon, around like 12 to 1 or 2 p.m. I get sleepy, and then I take a 20-minute nap, and then it ends up becoming 2 hours, and then it's like around 4 p.m. and then it's dark out already. And then when it's dark out, it feels like it's the end of the day and that I don't have time to do anything else. And yeah, I feel like I'm just not doing anything. And so I'm trying to just make these videos. I'm trying to make these videos in hopes that it'll kind of provide me with a feeling of like accountability. I'm gonna try to post like as many videos as I possibly can, you know, like a vlog style format of the things that I'm doing, just sharing, you know, and sharing how I feel and stuff like that too. Hopefully you can get some sort of enjoyment out of these videos, I guess, or I don't even know how I plan on doing all of this, because these longer styled videos is going to not really be edited. I don't want to spend like a whole ton of time at the computer editing my videos and stuff, because that's sort of the wall that I'm hitting, because there's a lot of videos that I have where I'm filming and I film different angles and all of that stuff, and I'm just so tired of like sitting at my computer editing all day, you know, and then for the video, and then post the video, and for the video to perform poorly, you know, I'm spending all this time editing and then the video performs poorly, and so I don't even know. I'm just gonna keep posting these longer unedited videos, I guess, maybe, and then see where it takes me. Perhaps I will get back into the whole editing groove and start editing my videos again, and hopefully it becomes fun again. I don't know. Raven, you're not a rabbit. Stop eating grass. Jeez, I wish I don't know. So right now it's December like 16th or something, and it's been raining and it's been incredibly warm. It's been strange. Like I have a bunch of layers on, and I really don't even need all of this on. It's actually getting hot, to be honest. It's like 40 degrees outside, maybe even 50 degrees or something. It is incredibly cool out, and it's raining. And so, yeah. This is a really strange, warm December. And I just want snow to be out already, so that Raven can just run in the snow and not like attempt to eat grass like every single time we go back here. But yeah, let me bring Raven inside, because I don't want her tracking mud all over the place. So give me a second, I'll be right back. Let's pull the camera back a little bit, but you can see Raven for a little bit. Look at that. Raven, say hi. Soa? 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 No, come here. Come here. Drop it. Soa? Soa? Good girl. Soa? There you go. Okay. All right. I'll bring her inside. There's all the stuff. I'll give you some more updates on everything around here in a little bit. Let's go, Raven. Come on. Okay, so let me just kind of do a walk around the shed and kind of give you an idea of where I'm at. We're going to start out on the outside here. So all of this here, right? Well, here, let's start over here by the garden. These are my sunchokes that grew up really high. And then there's a bunch of sunchoke like tubers down below. I really should dig them up right now. I might actually do that in a little bit because it's warm right now and it's been raining, so the dirt right here is not frozen as much as it was like a couple weeks ago. And so I might be able to dig up the tubers. So I kind of want to do that. But I've dug them up over here already. I have just a bunch of stuff here. I have containers. I got these bags here. These are not bags of trash, actually. It's actually just bags of like wood pellets and stuff. This was the previous container for my quail. I had to clean out their bedding and all of that. And so this was the extra container. I actually need to just dump it. It smells and reeks of ammonia. I have containers filled with stuff. This is filled with trash, I think, or styrofoam or something. I gotta get rid of that. I have all of this here. All this. This was a container with like dried foods and stuff like that in here and sauces, but like the squirrels got to it. So I'm going to get rid of that. This right here is a container with deer carcass in it that I kept for about a year and a month now. This year during the spring, this started to smell pretty badly, but I guess all the rotting it did completed, and so it's not rotting anymore. And so everything in there is just kind of dead now, and so it doesn't stink anymore. I think I might wait until it gets frozen, or like until like it gets super cold to where everything freezes. Might be able to pull things out and salvage the bone. The meat might have been eaten by the maggots or whatever already, or bugs. I don't even know. I haven't even checked. They're all in bags. I have my chicken coop right here. My chicken coop is kind of a mess too. It's just a bunch of leaves and all sorts of stuff just all over it. This was the tarps from inside of the shed when I was raising maple. And then I have a bunch of stuff back here too. So like this is sort of like a quick run through of the same stuff that I mentioned yesterday in the vertical video. So I'm going to get to the shed in a little bit. There's more stuff over here. I got so much stuff in the backyard. So all of this stuff here is just hanging out in the backyard. I got to get rid of all of this. Here's my bike. Here's a bunch of firewood. Here's more stuff there. Here's this, what is it? It was my greenhouse. But yeah, so much stuff. And so this is where I processed maple. The fridge no longer works. And it cost me like $250 or something. It was such a waste. I don't know. I might still try to see if I can fix it or whatever, but I don't know. But maple was hung up right here. I process her right here. I believe there's a bunch of stuff in here, like food and stuff that I can salvage, but I am not entirely sure. So here's the back here. I mentioned the other video, these are deer hide containers. So yeah, both of these are deer hides. This is the older one, this is a newer one. So these deer hides here are like 3, maybe 4 years old. I don't even know how, like, if they're still viable at all. There's a bunch of stuff that I want to throw away too, and I've tried my best to spend some time tossing things, but it's kind of challenging. And let's see here. And when I say that things are challenging, to be honest, it's not challenging in the sense that like it's difficult to do. I don't know. This is a personal sort of mental health issue for me. I feel like I think over the years I became more and more ADHD, I guess, and then just like I feel like what I have is called ADHD paralysis, and I've identified it, you know, and I've talked to a few people about it, and a lot of people agree with the problem that I have, and I'm trying to figure out and kind of navigate this problem of mine. It feels like I just have so many things to do, and then I don't know what to pick and choose to do, because one task will have priority over another task, and it would just continually overlap each other. It's like I need to do this, but then I actually really need to do this, but if I do this I can't do this, and so it just kind of keeps overlapping like that, and then I end up just not doing anything at all. And so it's been a challenge trying to work with that. And I don't know, I feel like one of the biggest problems is probably just my physical health is affecting my mental health, and so I need to spend time like working on my physical health to then improve my mental health, and even that is a challenge, you know. Just doing a 5-minute workout consistently every single day is a challenge, and as I said, it's not a challenge in the actual act, it's a challenge in the actual mental like capability of just starting, and it's been hard. And so I don't know, sometimes I just don't want to talk about my problems, you know, because a lot of people like don't understand and they make judgments and stuff, but I'm sharing because maybe somebody out there can like provide me with some guidance. I don't know, but let's move on. We don't need to talk about my problems the whole time. But this outdoor area right here is a what is it? It's sort of like a processing area, I guess, but I want this to be more of an outdoor cooking area, maybe, because this is a additional 8x8 foot addition to the shed already that I've already made an addition to. So it's 8x8 is the main side, and then a year later I did another 8x8 like section, which is this right here. This is the extension, and so but this area that I'm standing in is just, you know, just a bunch of this stuff and then a bunch of tarp, and this kind of provides me with some outdoor privacy because I have neighbors and stuff like that, and they either come out and smoke, or then there's other neighbors on the other side there that can see what I'm doing and stuff, you know. And I just kind of feel like I need some privacy when I'm outside of the shed. Like when I'm inside the shed I can do whatever I want, right? But then there are sometimes there's things that I want to do outside. I would like to have privacy. And then I'm right next to a park too, so like people walk their dogs all the time, and I just don't want people seeing me film and stuff, and it's just awkward. And so, yeah. Then we've got this. All right. See, it looks like a mess, but like it is free from mice. That's like the biggest thing that I am very happy about. All of this, even though it looks like a mess, it is free of mice. I have containers here. This blue container right here has some new fresh deer hides. I got my ammo boxes here. I think I'm gonna actually, like today, like right now, I'm gonna be cleaning all of this up here and then putting them somewhere else. I'm not gonna keep them in the shed anymore. And maybe even this. This is my Huel. This is like food. The quail. Let me show you the quail. Let me adjust my tripod here real quick. Okay. So here are the quail. And they've been doing pretty good. Their feathers, I switched the video. Okay, there you go. Yeah, they seem to be doing pretty well. The water has been freezing, but I would like melt it and then refill their water, and I've just been refilling their food. And so I come out here into the shed and I take care of them like every couple of days or whenever they need to be taken care of, I guess. So like every 2-3 days I would spend like 10 minutes. But I want to get rid of them. They're incredibly aggressive with one another, and they have been, and I don't even know what I could do to like prevent that. But yeah, I keep saying that I'm going to process them and eat them, but it's just, I just haven't been able to find the time. And I feel like cleaning the shed is probably going to have to be a priority. Just getting rid of a lot of this stuff here, taking things out. And so I'm going to take advantage of the nicer weather right now, and pretty much spend time out here, take things out, and hopefully it doesn't rain, and then I'll I'll be able to make more room in the shed here. I also have this here. This is the other side of the shed. I'm gonna try to get over there. Let's see here. It's the other side of the shed. And this has been painted. So yeah, it's been painted and everything. It's good and clear and free of mice. I don't see any signs of mice, which is, yeah, like I said, which is like the biggest thing for me. And so I've been able to keep mice out of here, and so I'm happy about that. And so all I need to do now really is clear up a lot of the stuff in here and take it out and kind of reorganize, and then pretty much take all of this stuff out over here too and reorganize, and maybe even toss out some things that I don't need, because a lot of this stuff is just like just random stuff that I don't need. Sort of, I'm just like becoming like a hoarder, you know, like a pack rat, and I don't want that. I want all of the stuff in my shed to be like actual stuff that I want to use and things that I need and stuff like that. So a lot of things can just be thrown away, And so I want to do that. It's going to be spring cleaning, but during the winter instead. Let's see here. Let's go out. So I'm going to go like this. There you go. I'm going to adjust the tripod again. Oh. So one thing that you can probably consider is this video is sort of like a video where you can just throw in the background and watch while you're folding your laundry or doing a task or like cleaning your room or doing something, you know. There you go. It looks like it's kind of raining right now, like a very, very little bit. Like if I stand out here long enough, I'll start getting damp probably, but it's not that bad. It's like very lightly misting. Yeah, that's what's happening. It's not raining, it's misting. It's nice though. I like it. See, a day like this would be a fantastic day to get a fire started and start cooking something. But because of my poor mental health, I'm just not doing anything that I need to do to progress. And so I'm stuck here cleaning the shed, opposed to doing something more like, I don't know, productive. Well, I don't know. I would consider, I guess, just the simple fact that I am out here right now is probably like a win. So I'll take it. Right now, it's a win. Because I'm still out here trying to do something. It's one step at a time, right? Ammo is really heavy. I'm gonna leave that there. go. All right. Set these out. I hope my table doesn't collapse because of how heavy these are. But yeah, just doing one thing at a time. You know, I'm gonna consider this the one thing for today. And maybe I can find a few more things to do. Because sometimes, you know, I only have the mental energy to do just a singular thing. I really hate that. I used to be able to go all day doing stuff, you know, doing a task. But now I just can't seem to do that anymore. I don't know why. And this year, it felt like it flew by. And I spent some time trying to understand why you get that feeling of time flying by. And I found out it's because you don't have any variety in your life, and you're kind of stuck to a routine. I hope you can see my face because I have the camera flipped, so I'm not seeing the screen at all, and so I hopefully my head isn't cut off or whatever. But yeah, like I was saying, it's because I'm kind of stuck in a routine, and it's not a routine that I chose, really. It's kind of just a natural routine that just kind of happens. And so like on a normal day, I would just wake up and then take Raven out for a walk, let her pee and poop and do her business, and then play with her for a little bit. And then we would go home and I would feed her, right? I would feed her, and then I would then just literally just sit in bed or somewhere and just scroll on social media mindlessly, and then cook some food, eat, and then I would either go shopping, waste a bunch of money or something like that, you know. Maybe even take a nap or something like that, and the whole day is almost already over. Half of the day at least by that time. And then I'm not really doing anything of substance during the day. And then it'll be already time for Raven to eat dinner. And then Raven will have dinner, we'll play for a little bit, maybe drive around, go to a park or something, and then she'll do her business again, and then I'll go back home and probably play Minecraft or live stream for a little bit or something like that. And then after that, it's time to go to bed. And I'm not doing anything of substance. I'm just kind of getting by, doing like the most minimum. That's what I feel like I'm doing right now. That I'm just getting by, doing the very, very minimum. And that really sucks. I don't want to do the very minimum, but I just am. And so I feel like I've been stuck in this sort of like rut or this phase for a long time now. And I looked it up too. I looked it up, and I looked up why we feel like stuck and stuff like that. And I found out that you feel stuck because you don't have any new exciting goals to reach. And to be honest, like, I haven't really set out any goals that I feel that are worth my time, and or no, not really worth my time, but it's more like that, like I don't have any goals that I feel that are exciting enough anymore. And I don't know, maybe I'm like getting back into like my apathy. Like back then, like about 7-8 years ago, I had this problem where I was really apathetic and I didn't care about anything. But things changed when I moved to Texas and when I met Raven. Raven broke me out of apathy and got me to understand my emotions and stuff again, and got me to really like feel better, you know. And so I don't know what's going on now, really. Like right now, I can say that, like, on TikTok, right? I can set a goal and say like, hey, I want 10 million followers. But like, for some reason, saying 10 million followers or even 100 million followers doesn't sound exciting enough to really get out of bed and try to achieve it. I don't have like that type of goal. I don't know. I don't have that type of goal that gets me to wake up, you know, in the morning. I know that I want a fully sustainable homestead, you know, but for some reason, that's just not enough anymore. I want something bigger, but I can't figure that out. But this is something that I have to navigate and figure out myself, to be honest. It's a me problem, you know. But I feel like talking about it and kind of really saying it out loud is nice, you know. Hearing myself actually say this is actually really nice. Hearing myself say that I have these problems is good. But yeah, there's a book that I read called Atomic Habits, and it's literally about just how to build habits. And the title of the book is called Atomic Habits because it's about building atomic habits. So like very, very minuscule, tiny habits that lead up to bigger habits and more success. And it's the idea of the small 1%, the 1% change. So you can do 1% of something every single day, and it will build up on itself, and you will eventually reach a particular goal or something, you know, or build a particular habit. And so I'm trying my best to implement that and implement what I've learned in the book. And so like I have to make it appealing. I need to make the habit appealing. I need to make bad habits unappealing. I need to make it rewarding to do, and I also have to make it easy. And so like, for example, if I want to start working out, like the first habit that I need to build is literally just taking out the weights or something and just setting them down and having them there. And I just do that every day until I get the habit of doing it, to the point where like after maybe a week or 2 weeks or something like that, I'm tired of doing that, and then I add more to it, where I'll be like, okay, I will do like 5 crunches or something like that, and that's it. You know, you have to do it so ridiculously small that it is almost hysterical that you are not able to accomplish it. So like another example is, let's say you don't brush your teeth, right? And you want to start brushing your teeth. What you could do is you can just say that you want to brush 1 tooth every day. And that is like the very minimum, right, that you do. And you just keep doing that. Just brush 1 tooth every single day, you know, and until you can build up that habit to brushing your entire mouth or something. You know, it's a ridiculous example, but that's kind of how it is. Or even like doing push-ups, right? You can do 1 push-up a day until you eventually can do 100 push-ups a day. That's sort of the concept behind Atomic Habits, and the book is really good. But the problem here is, it's nice to learn all of this, right? But it's a challenge to actually implement it and to actually start. It's a mental challenge to just simply start. That's the hardest part in all of this for me, is just the starting process. Again, I don't know. And now I just feel like I'm just complaining. And there's another book that I absolutely love, and it's called The No Complaining Rule by John Gordon. You should read it if you haven't read it before. The No Complaining Rule. Yeah. And then the 10X Rule. The 10X Rule by Grant Cardone is one of my favorite books. And the 10X Rule was basically like my Bible for the past like 5-6 years. And it's the book that got me the success that I've found now. Like, it was because of that book and because what I've implemented in that book that I found success on TikTok and then on YouTube and as a full-time content creator. But I feel like I've lost track of all of that, and that now I'm just kind of in a ditch trying to climb my way back out again. I feel like I need a new environment change, but something inside of me is scared to like take that leap to get a new environment change. And I feel like that fear that I have is because I have a dog that I really love, you know, Raven, and I kind of just want to keep her as healthy and safe as possible, but then keeping her health and safe as much as possible is not going to be the best thing for her or for me. And so I got to take some risks and make some decisions, you know, and I want to travel and do stuff. And I want to do more things instead of just mope around at home doing nothing all day, you know, and just bed rot. That's what I've been doing. I've just been bed rotting for the past like half year. Yep. I'm gonna put this in my house. Yeah, this will be a little bit more safer, unless I guess I could put like a lock on these, but I don't have a lock for them right now. So yeah, I'm gonna keep these in the house. So I'll be back. Oh, and because of the lack of sunlight that we're getting also, it's probably another factor in all of this. Because like the sun rises around like 7:30 or something, and then the sun sets at around like 4:30 to 5, or it gets dark at around 4:30. So yeah, we've lost so much sunlight, and it sucks. Because like normally I would actually start the day at like 6 p.m. Well, not really start the day, but like start leaving the house, you know. I would start leaving the house, bring Raven along to go to a park or something, play around and spend time with her at a park or somewhere for like 3 hours maybe, and just drive around and stuff. And it would be like 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. and there would still be daylight outside. But now by 4 p.m., 3 p.m., or like 4 or 5 p.m., it's already dark out. And so I don't know, I feel like the day ends, or feels like it ends a lot quicker because the night like rolls in so fast. So I have stuff like this that I just need to toss. You know, it's stuff that doesn't need to be in the shed anymore. Same with like this box here. This has so much dust on it. And this is all dust from the quail. And I would expect to get just as much dust like this, right, on my my lamb leg if the quail continue to stay here. But that's not going to happen. I'm going to make sure that I get rid of the quail soon. So probably, what is it? It's Saturday right now, so I'm gonna try and see if I can get rid of them this week. There's probably a warm day sometime this upcoming week, and so I'm gonna find a good day and then just process all of them at once. And I'll try to make like multiple videos. I think I'll make one like YouTube video that's dedicated, and then I'll make a TikTok video that's dedicated to TikTok. And I think the dedicated TikTok video has to be the one where I'm processing Joffrey. That way it'll go viral, hopefully. I don't even know. Like, the interests of the interest of my audience in the content that I make has changed. It's changed over time. And so, like, some of the videos that I'm posting nowadays, people don't care to watch. And so the videos aren't performing well. And so, like, even though, like, the content would probably be good or something, you know, it's just not performing well because people see my face and they kind of have an expectation of what they're going to see anyways, and they just skip it, you know. And so I have to find new ways to entertain my viewers or teach my viewers something that is of value to kind of keep them engaged in my content. And so it's something that I have to work on. I'm not complaining that my views are low. Like, I understand why my views are low. As I've mentioned in my previous video, like, when views are low, you gotta reflect on the content that you're making. Ask yourself why did the views like plummet or something like that. And you have to understand why you got lower views. You can't be arrogant and cocky and think that your video is still good when you only had 1,000 views. Like, a lot of people would be like, oh, I had millions of views consistently, but then when I did this, all of a sudden my views went to only 100 and it's not being shown to anyone, right? So, like, then they complain and blame the platform. But it's not always the platform. Oftentimes it's the algorithm, and the algorithm, all you need to do is change that word to audience, and it's your audience. It's the people. What do I have in my eye? It's the people who are watching your content, right? Your content, even though it's good, even though it's the same type of content, it may not reach those same people anymore, because those people are already familiar with the content and they don't care to watch your video right away, and then that's why it doesn't perform well. It's very simple, you know, but for some reason people never point the finger at themselves. And that's, oh, I can hear a bird scratching up on the house in a hole. Okay, but yeah, that, here, I gotta rub my eye. The book called The No Complaining Rule is about that. You have to take accountability and point um, like the issue with yourself. Or no, actually no, the no complaining rule is a whole other thing. But yeah, in the 10x rule book, there's one where everything happens, everything that happens to you is because of you, or something like that. I think I have it wrong, but everything that happens because of you, not to you, or something like that. So essentially, like, if you get into a car accident, you point the finger at yourself. Like, it happened because of you, even if someone else rear-ended you, right? Even if it was clearly somebody else's fault, right? It happened because of you, because you were there in that moment. It happened because of you. And so you gotta take responsibility for everything that happens to you, whether it's good or bad. So my problems that is happening right now is because of me. Like, there's something that I'm doing that is causing me to be this way, to feel this way, right? And so I have to navigate that myself and figure that out myself. But like, the people who are complaining about their views and stuff like that on social media, it's happening because of them. It's not happening because of TikTok or YouTube or the algorithm. It's happening because of them. So they have to look at themselves and figure it out and then fix it and then go back out and do what they need to do, you know? Okay. I think I'm at that point, you know, where I've spent all of my mental energy doing this. I mean, I cleaned a container here, I wiped it down, and I wiped down my ammo boxes. I've moved things around. Things have visually changed. See, things have visually changed from before I started. So like, nothing's here anymore. I wiped down a few things. I think I'm satisfied with this for now. And so tomorrow I'm going to be back. I'm going to do the exact same thing, but I am going to accomplish something else. I think I'm going to get rid of this meat, this deer meat, and then I have this container over here full of food that I want to wipe down and clean, and then I'm going to put it into a different container. I think I have a container over here that's empty, this yellow one. So this one here, so that container is empty, and so I want to clean it off and wipe it and stuff tomorrow. So that, yeah, that will be the goal for tomorrow. Just do one thing at a time. And so I think with this, I'm gonna maybe figure like a really quick workout routine or something so stupid easy that not doing it would be pathetic, right? So like, maybe one curl on both arms or something, and then one like this or something, you know, and then maybe one squat, you know, and I just need to do that at the exact same time, exact same place, every single time, every single day, until that habit becomes solidified. And then from there, I can then increase the amount of like repetitions that I do every day. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna journal again too. I used to journal. I used to write a lot. Every single day, I would sit down and I would write right before I go to bed. I would go back and read some of my journals, and I'm like, damn, I was really descriptive. Like, I talked about I talked about everything in my journals back then. And so in like 2018, 2019, I have like journals that are filled, like pages and pages for each day, and it was pretty crazy. Yeah, so I want to do that again. It might help me. yeah, I think this is it. This is it for the video. Appreciate you watching. How long has the video been going? Oh, it's been 1 hour. So that's actually not that bad. Actually, that's pretty good. So like a full hour video, and it's unedited, and I spent maybe 30 minutes doing stuff, you know, actual stuff. I don't know, or maybe less. I probably spent a lot less than that, but I mean, this is one step forward, so I'll take it. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna get things together. I'm gonna head back inside, probably get something to eat. Yeah. Otherwise, like, if things were prepared and if things were actually clean, and I had my my wood stove and everything, you know, I would actually just prepare the food out here. That would be a lot of fun. And so I think we're gonna work up to that. Day after day, I'm gonna clean and get things done, and then we'll get up to that where I reinstall my my wood stove for winter, and we'll start cooking in the shed again and making those videos. Yeah, I've liked this. This talk was much needed. All right. See, I always got to check that I actually have my keys on hand before I lock the lock.